السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ربي زدني علما وارزقني فهم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. ربي عاسر ولا تعاسر وتمم بخير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We are going to be discussing about Ramadan today, and this session is going to be divided into three. The first 10 days of Ramadan, which is the 10 days of Rahma, and the second 10 days of Ramadan, which is 10 days of Tawbah, and the third 10 days of Ramadan, which is the 10 days of Maghfirah. Today's calendar is 1444 Islamic calendar. Where was it first revealed? Yes, as I mentioned, Ramadan was actually first revealed in Medina. This is a city in Saudi Arabia. Why do we fast? Very good question. We fast because this month is actually for you, and we fast because we actually intend to purify our soul, our minds, our heart, and to clear our deeds. So Allah actually kept this 1 month for you to actually practice purification. How do we observe fasting in the first of Ramadan? We observe fasting in the month of Ramadan in several ways. At first, before actually fasting and obtaining the sa'ud, there is a session whereby, first of all, we actually sight for the moon. This is the moon sight. And after we actually see the moon, we first recite this dua.
اللهم أهله علينا باليمن وإيمان والسلامة والإسلام وتوفيقي لما تحب وترضى ربي وربك الله. O Allah, let the crescent moon appear over us with security and iman, with peace and Islam, and with ability for us to practice such action which you love. O moon, my creator and your creator is Allah.
Then now you are actually officially going to recite the dua for now putting near intention of fasting. And the dua is
نويت صوم غدي أن أدين فرضا شهر رمضان هذه السنة لله تعالى. I intend to fast tomorrow to fulfill this year's Ramadan obligation for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake.
After performing this dua, then you go to the next step. Bismillah. You start your fast. You are ready to put your niyyah. The whole day you will be fasting. And Allah says,
الدعاء هو إبادة. Dua is worship.
so when you do your du'as for the whole day, meaning you do du'as, you do your dhikr every after salah, whenever you're actually doing something, for the women when you're preparing food for iftar, and please do more da'wah as well. Go for da'was, read a lot of Quran. Men, when you're at work, do a lot of dhikr. And this is actually the way of actually intending to purify yourself. You're actually systematically actually operating in a way that you actually are purifying yourself. Within these 30 days, mashallah, you performing this dua, definitely Allah will actually purify you for your good deeds. Do a lot of dhikr, read a lot of Quran, do a lot of da'wah, watch a lot of da'wah, and as well do good deeds. As you're cooking, read your dhikr. As you're actually doing other stuff, do your dhikr. After salah, read 5 to 10 pages of Quran, and then again do your dhikr.
رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين. O my Lord, forgive and have mercy, and you are the best of mercy.
Or da'wah as well. Go for da'wahs, read a lot of Quran. Men, when you're at work, do a lot of dhikr. And this is actually the way of actually intending to purify yourself. You're actually systematically actually operating in a way that you actually are purifying yourself. Within these 30 days, mashallah, you performing this dua, definitely Allah will actually purify you for your good deeds. Do a lot of dhikr, read a lot of Quran, do a lot of da'wah, watch a lot of da'wah, and as well do good deeds. As you're cooking, read your dhikr. As you're actually doing other stuff, do your dhikr. After salah, read 5 to 10 pages of Quran, and then again do your dhikr. And this is how you actually, or someone is needed to actually spend his day while fasting. Then after this, you actually now come to the end of the first day. That is Maghrib time, when you're almost opening your sa'um. 30 minutes before or 1 hour before, after you've prepared your iftar, you sit and make your dua. Ask Allah for forgiveness. Ask Allah to guide you through. Ask Allah this Ramadan for you to actually become a whole new person, purify you. And before this Ramadan, you actually get knowledge of something you haven't known. Actually gain something out of this Ramadan. Allah to reward you, Allah to forgive you, and Allah to purify you. Ask Allah, make dua before you open your fast.
Every time you come around, you breathe life into my soul, and I promise that I'll
Ask
try
Allah to guide you through. Ask Allah this Ramadan for you to actually become a whole new person, purify you. And before this Ramadan, you actually get knowledge of something you haven't known. Actually gain something out of this Ramadan. Allah to reward you, Allah to forgive you, and Allah to purify you. Ask Allah, make dua before you open your fast. And when now you intend to actually break your fast, you actually read this supplication.
ذهب ذا الظماء وثلت العروق وثباتا وأجر إن شاء الله. The thirst has disappeared, the veins are wet, and the reward is fixed. God willing. Allahumma inni laka sumtu wa bika amantu wa alayka tawakkaltu wa ala rizqi aftartu. O Allah, I fasted for you, and I believe in you, and I put my trust in you. I break my fast with your sustenance.
After reading this supplication, know that now that day, the whole day you've been doing your dhikr, you've been reading your Quran, and then now you've intended to open the sa'um. May Allah make it takbal sa'um. And then now there is a performance of Tarawih. Yes, this holy month has a very unique sunnah swala which is called Tarawih. Tarawih is very good. It's not obligated, but it is men are preferably told to actually go to the mosque and perform Tarawih. And for the women, you can actually perform your Tarawih with women back at home. You don't have to do your 23 rakas. You don't have to do 23 rakas is because it is plus witr. But Tarawih itself is 21 rakas. Sorry, Tarawih is 20 rakas. So when you are actually performing Tarawih, you are still in the process of purifying yourself. MashaAllah. Look how Allah has loved us. He has guided us all through. And after you actually have observed your Tarawih, now you actually do a little bit of ibadah, do a little bit of dhikr, or come back home and do a little bit of da'wah with your family. You don't have to do da'wah. Da'wah doesn't mean that you do it with people or for people. No, you sit down and do da'wah for your wife, do da'wah with your kids, do da'wah with the people that you're spending that night with. Even if it's just 5 minutes to 10 minutes, remember Allah, remember Muhammad's stories, all the prophets sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all the prophets' stories. Remember how to actually approach people with da'wah, which will make them actually have that eager of actually intending to fast the next day, especially children. Give them that hope, give them that ability, empower them with da'wah. It is very important, and this is how you actually keep on purifying your sa'um, or rather your Ramadan. What you have performed the first day, keep putting your niyyah and reading your Quran, doing your dhikr, doing da'wah, praying your Tarawih. Keep on doing it for these next 30 days. Practice makes perfect. So do it, practice for these 30 days, and mashallah. Then comes the lay. We'll be talking more about lay on the last 10 days of Maghfirah. And don't forget, lay doesn't mean that you actually pray for the last 10 days. Lay needs to be a practice. You need to actually pray every night. Make an effort. Make an effort to actually be closer to Allah. Make Allah want you to actually make you, to love you, one of His best. Amen. Make Allah grant you what you desire. Wake up at 2. Pray to Allah. Pray to Allah. do your dhikr, and inshallah, Allah will be pleased with you. And this will be actually another way of purifying your soul, your heart and mentality. When you actually get used to actually performing this, most of the time you will not see someone being sick, because Allah guides you through it. You will not see someone being actually someone who is greedy, because Allah guides you. You will always have nur in your face, because Allah guides you. You will never have anxiety, because Allah guides you. And now we end up the show with a dua for today. In the next session, we will be talking about Salah and what to do in the second 10 days of Ramadan. May Allah taqabbal your du'as, your salah, your sa'um, your maghfirah, your tawbah, and your Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
اللهم أعني على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. O Allah, help me remember you, be grateful to you, and to worship you in an excellent manner.